new subscribers. This is a community that's built for all the islands, all locations, big or small, doesn't matter. Everyone matters with this. And I do this because I've obviously high interest in the Caribbean. I have a lot of friends in the Caribbean. I met a girl while I was in Haiti, and I asked her about Hurricane Matthew. Sorry, I'm going on a rant here, but I asked her about Hurricane Matthew, and I said, well, how much advance warning did you have with Matthew? And she said she was at her chapel celebrating their feast day, and it started raining. And that's when she knew Hurricane Matthew was coming. Clearly, there's no time, and there's bad information out there as well. So not only do we have pockets where we don't get information, now there's a lot of hype out there. So I'm just trying to cut through that. So that's why I do this channel. I just do it by myself. So I do the best I can. So thank you for being patient with me with that. Thank you for sharing it too. I know a lot of you have been sharing it through WhatsApp, just getting the channel out. So doing the best I can for you. Keep me posted in the comments. I'll try to get to those. Now, here is, thank you for putting up with that. Here is Fiona. Here we are in the Caribbean. And again, it is a little bit better organized. So watching that. Now, the models have been off. There's no doubt about that. The models, and we've been tracking it together. If you're new to the channel, we've been covering this for a while. But the models have not been latching onto this and seeing this as a tropical storm. It is now still 500 miles east of the Caribbean. So with that said, little extra caution when we go over some of the models because they haven't been doing well with this. And that's why behind the scenes, I'm looking at everything for you constantly. Here's the official track. This is from the National Hurricane Center. I'm not putting my own track on that. This is from the Hurricane Center, and you see the uncertainty down the road. This is going to move a tropical storm into the northeastern Caribbean, especially Guadeloupe to the north, even Dominica north, as we work our way into late tomorrow. I'm going to dive into that further with the computer models and the winds and the rain in a second and get into those threats. And then this will work closer to the British and U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. Then some uncertainty when it may take a turn. It could take a little bit of a turn earlier or later if it stays weaker. And I'm going to even look down the road. If you're watching from the Northeast, the United States, Bermuda, we'll take a look at some of the long-term patterns with this. Here are those squiggly lines. These lines, though, don't rely on them too much because they're not all the same. Some are good models, some are not so good. I look at them all and, you know, I know what some of them mean. But overall, all in good agreement, taking this into the northeastern Caribbean late tomorrow into the upcoming weekend as a tropical storm. There are some signs. There is still the potential, it's a low potential, but that it could develop into a hurricane. Not seeing anything that goes crazy, but it could become a stronger tropical storm and the potential of at least a low-end hurricane. That can't be ruled out. We're going to talk about the preparations as well. We'll dive into that when we get to the watches. And then you see it kind of split. If it stays weaker, kind of swings more over here, that would bring heavier rain to my friends in Haiti and my friends in the Dominican Republic, or it could take more of a turn to the north. That is still down the road, so to be determined. Now, I want to get into this specifically because these are the areas that do need to take preparations for tropical storm conditions, even low-end hurricane conditions. And what I mean by that is you want to prepare to be without power. We're going to see some heavier rain, flooding, mudslide potential out of this. So Puerto Rico included. Now, the watches right now are up. They're going to be extended eventually for the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. So when that happens, don't be surprised. We're going to get under watches as soon as later today in Puerto Rico. So don't be alarmed. That's to be expected. Those warnings or watches and warnings will be passed out. But again, Puerto Rico, British Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands, we swing back toward Anguilla, St. Kitts and Nevis. We're making some of those preparations. Saba.